he goes, yeah. It's gotta be now.
The Krabby Patty. And then we cut to the Krabby Patty. There you go. That's the code opener.
There we go.
That would be.
Oh, I hit the fucking. Well, now I'm cussing. Okay, no, we're not using that.
No, we got her now.
It'll just be a beep. It's fine.
Got her beep.
You're good.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi. Welcome to the Staying on Topic podcast. My name is Ruben.
I'm Vic.
And I'm John. Tonight we have pretty cool information for y'all. A lot of good conversations.
Yeah, big day of news. Big weekend of news.
Yes.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's big.
Big
enough.
Specifically this weekend.
Well, in the comic world, I mean, it's big, right? Comic-Con's going on.
Yeah, by the time this is uploaded, which hopefully is by Wednesday, Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, would just have happened. And that's pretty much going to be the topic of our discussion, at least in terms of like the DC stuff, because I felt like DC had a much better presence. I think they had not that they had more of a presence, but I think they just had more to talk about. There was obviously stuff on the Marvel side, and we'll get to those small little tidbits in a little bit. But I think everyone's looking forward to what the DC stuff has to offer now, and I think finally getting kind of more of like a concrete like thing, or like a knowing where the direction is going. I think is going to be great. But like I said, we'll get into that in a second. First things first, updates to stuff that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one we're going to start off with is this Power Rangers auction scenario.
Oh yes. Quick note. Uploads will now be Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Yes, Wednesdays
That's
at 2 p.m.
starting this week. Yes.
Yeah, we are starting to get on a schedule.
Yes. Weekly Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Yes, weekly Wednesdays at 2 p.m. That is going to
Central
be
time.
Central time.
Central time.
Central time.
It's like 3 p.m. Eastern.
It's different times in
12 p.m.
different areas.
Correct.
Yeah, 12 p.m. Pacific. Anyway, when it uploads, you'll find out.
Yes.
That's the big thing. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so the Power Rangers auctions, that started on Friday?
The 18th?
Yeah, the 18th, Friday. And I have been retroactively just watching it, every single day.
Been looking at it, but that's
because, I'm not going to bid on it.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, it's already over the thing that I said last week at the starting price. Everything starts at $500, and it just keeps going up. So I said, if it starts at $500, it's already out of my price range, which is basically what it's at. Now, if I somehow come into like a ton of money within the next like month, then maybe I'll bid on something, but I'm probably not. Anyway, that's not the problem. So, during last week, I talked about, and they listened to me basically kind of explaining one of the situations that was going on with Hunter Dino, the pink Dino Fury Ranger and red Cosmic Fury Ranger. She wanted to bid on her suits. She's not the only one who's come out and said, hey, I want to bid on my suit. There's been a couple of other people, a couple of other Rangers who have come out and said, hey, I'm going to bid on my suit. Cool. Right now, her suit is the most bid on suit.
Oh.
And I kind of feel bad. Like I think from a fan perspective, I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I think she wanted to get her suit, and I still think she should get her suit. But she did put out a tweet that just said "Welp."
Welp.
So I don't know if that means she's just not bidding on it anymore, and she's given up.
How much is it right now?
Right now, I believe at the time of recording, when I checked it last, it was at $6,250.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a pretty big thing. It's not the most expensive thing right now on the auction. That is actually going to the Astro Mega Ship, which is at $15,000. And at first, I thought it was just like the toy that they had painted.
Is it the set?
No, it's literally just I don't remember how big it is. It's definitely like maybe 3 feet. It's basically like a prop that they use to show like the transformation of the Megazord.
Right.
Yeah. Originally, when you told me, I thought it was. I
thought it was a toy. Because sometimes they do that. They'll use like the toys and they'll paint them, make them look like weathered and stuff like that. That's what I thought it was. But then I go into the description and it shows you the dimensions, and I was like, oh, it's like 20 inches by whatever as the ship, and then like 48 inches tall, and I was like, oh, so it's like an actual like big thing. I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense, but still, $15,000.
That's a whole set.
Yeah, $15,000.
And current, it's still at 15,000 right now.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's a Hunter?
6,250.
Yeah, right, so it's been the same. It's been pretty much at the same price.
There's 29 days left.
Yeah.
So
I mean, granted, it's probably only going to keep going up.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's expensive. Like, well, let's not beat around the bush. $6,000 to drop on a suit. It's expensive.
No, yeah.
And considering she really wanted the suit, I guarantee you that there's at least people who are just bidding on it
just to raise the price.
Just to raise the price.
Yeah, it's really horrible.
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
It's not great.
And especially when someone comes out and says they want their suit, you know.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, like, I checked some of the other people who said they come in that they've been wanting to bid on their suits. Besides, I think I forget her name. I think it's Tracy something. She's the yellow and Space Ranger. Hers is the only other one that is also being bid on, but hers is like at like $2,000. But everybody else, and I'm not saying this. I'm not calling the Power Ranger fans out. I'm just saying it's very coincidental that the ones that are getting bid on are the girls' suits.
So it's Ashley, right?
Yeah, that was the character name, Ashley.
Yeah. So it's $2,800 now. Though.
Yeah.
So,
which also went up a lot. So I'm not saying that the Power Rangers fans are sexist or anything. I really don't. I really think these are just trolls. But it kind of comes off that way a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like there's a pattern there.
Yeah, especially now. I will say this. I did see a tweet about, and I forget who it is. I apologize. But where was I going with this?
You saw a tweet.
Yeah, I did see a tweet. No shit. You saw a tweet. I thought of something and I just went on a completely different train of thought. No, I still forgot it. Oh my god, dude, this really did throw me for a loop.
That's awesome.
Don't you just hate that when you have you're on a train of thought?
Oh,
this happens to you a lot.
It happens to me a lot.
It's like you're on the train of thought,
5 things
especially when
constantly.
Yeah, especially when we're talking like at work, and you'll be talking to someone, but then your wife will call you.
Oh yeah.
And then you'll be on the phone for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, like we go back to the car. It's
it's completely gone.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, so like this happens to me a lot. Like I just start thinking of something else, and it's just it's just kind of crazy. I really don't remember what I was going to say.
What was the topic about?
It was about the suits. And I really can't remember what I was going to say.
So
let's backtrack. Okay, so I was talking about the suits. Somebody tweeted
about the Yellow Ranger suit.
I don't know if it was about the Yellow Ranger suit. I think it was just about the suits in general. Anyway, you know what? It probably just wasn't important. That's probably why I forgot.
Wow. Well, because you said that the pink and yellow Rangers are the only ones that are getting like
the red
bidded on, but pretty much all the other Rangers that said they wanted it.
That didn't spark it, but I just remembered it.
Oh, great.
I saw somebody tweet out saying that it wasn't her specifically tweeting about it that might have caused this uproar. It was that Power Morphicon, which is this big Power Rangers convention that happens every 2 years. They were tweeting out on behalf of them and anybody else who said, hey, we want to bid on our suits. It was basically them saying, hey, don't bid on this stuff. Like, they want it.
Right.
And, like, somehow that might have retroactively made people
bid on it.
Like, bid on it more, which I can kind of see.
I mean, yeah.
Because, like, if
you tell people not to do something, they'll for sure.
Yeah, because it's different. It's different if, like, an actor goes out and says, like, hey, don't do this. Like, it's like, okay, but now this, like, head of the convention is basically saying, hey, don't do it. Well, who are you to tell us what not to do?
Yeah.
Like
I'm going to do it because you told me not to.
Yeah. Now, granted,
some rebellious teenage behavior here.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I think we're better than this. Like, I really do think it's a really messed up situation.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously, Ms. Dino really does care about being a part of, or cared about being on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, is very passionate about the franchise, and all she wanted was her suit. And this is kind of like a really messed up situation. Like, again, I don't know if she's going to bid on it anymore, or if she's still planning on bidding on it, or if she had just given up. But it's not cool. Like, and like, I don't know. It kind of leaves like a sour taste in my mouth. Now, I'm not like a simp. I'm not like, oh man, Hunter Dino. Like she's like great. I think her acting is like kind of mid. Like, like no offense. Like, but here's the thing.
No offense.
Well, here's the thing, right? Power Rangers, like, most of the time, they're not like the best actors. Most of the time, it's their first job. Like, it's their first like real gig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
So like they're learning. That's what I always kind of
fair enough.
Yeah, I've always looked at Power Rangers like, oh, it's a learning. It's your first gig. You're learning how to act. You're learning how to be on.
But even
the show.
if they're just learning how to act, or like it's their first gig, I mean, like the stuff becomes sentimental to you because, like, we've talked about this before, right? You're not just filming for a couple of months. You're filming for like a year or longer, depending on if you're going to have multiple seasons or whatever it is, right? And for you to just be like, or for a company to just be like, oh, we're not going to, we spoke about this last time. So, yeah.
If you want to know more about our feelings on that, you can watch the last episode.
Yeah. But, yeah,
it's just kind of like a really not super great situation.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but like, say she does give up on it, I hope whoever bid that much, they have the money to back it up. Because like I don't know what's gonna happen if like they don't have the money, or if because here's there's a real chance that they don't have the money and now they just have to like throw it out altogether.
Oh, that's
so I don't know the situation like all that well.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they'll just go down the list.
I don't know. Maybe that's a very real possibility.
That'd be hilarious.
The next person who bid like $1,000 just wins it. That would be funny.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are things on this auction that are really cool. Like I had the money, I'd bid on it. Like,
give us an example.
Ooh, good example. Man, there's the Shogun mode for the Red Samurai Ranger. That's an American exclusive. That wasn't in the Super Sentai show, and it looks sick. Same thing with the Master's Android suit from that same series. It just looks really cool. The Mystic Force civilian suits, like they just look really sick. They look like, I don't know. There's something, I guess mystical is the way I would say.
Sure.
There's something magical about them, and they look really nice. Like in fact, I'm probably just gonna use, like, if we do another D&D campaign and I do like a wizard or something, I'm probably gonna design them based on those suits because they look really sick.
Nice.
Like I've been thinking about that lately, like because most of my D&D stuff that I do with you guys, it's Power Rangers adjacent.
90% is just
90%. There's been one character that just hasn't been any.
Yeah.
And we're not going to mention him because he shall not be named.
He shall not be named.
In our campaigns, he shall not be named.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
No, I get what you're saying. I didn't catch every season of. I mean, I've watched a total of probably 6 different seasons out of the 30 plus or 20 something plus. If I had the cash, I'd get the morphers. I'd bid on a couple of morphers. I would definitely bid on. I told Ruben I really want the Goldar suit.
Oh.
It's the full wings and it's all gold and everything.
Yeah,
I would get it just to wear it at like Halloween, and I'd probably have to lose some weight. But
that's all.
That's yeah.
That's all.
Oof.
But yeah,
it's a lot of cool stuff. But
yeah, I don't, like I said, the situation's kind of like it's not cool. And again, the fact that it's only happening to Hunter, I think is really kind of like it's really not cool. Like,
yeah.
Again, granted, I'm not saying don't do it because we're all adults. I'm not gonna
bid on what you want, whatever.
Because I will say this: there was somebody who did take it upon themselves to start a GoFundMe for her, and immediately everyone was calling them a simp just for trying to help out. And like, to a degree, I can kind of get it, but at the same time, they're just doing a nice gesture. I don't think it's supposed to be like this malicious thing. Are they trying to get attention from Hunter? Maybe, but like, who cares? Like, I think what at the end of the day, it's the thought of what they're trying to do that matters. I don't actually know how much they've raised. I remember when I first saw it was only at like $2. But I think it just started.
Hey,
so for all I know, it's way above.
Or he earns all the money, he buys it, and keeps it for himself.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe. I wouldn't say there's a high probability of that happening, but it could happen.
It could happen.
I don't know. There's also some suits that look like they haven't even been bidden on yet.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of stuff
there's
tons of stuff that's still at $500. So
all the Dino Fury ones are still at $500. Not that they look bad. I kind of like those suits, but they're all at $500.
Oh, the ones that are from Ryu Soldier.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
With the black stripes.
Yeah, the one that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just making sure because like that's another thing. There's a lot of Power Ranger shows that have similar names. It's like there's Dino Thunder, Dino Charge, Dino Fury.
It was Dino Fury. Yeah.
That's why I was asking. You have to be very specific. Cause some people actually get them confused.
It's all the dinos.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because there's Dino Thunder, Dino Charge, Dino Fury, and then there's Dino Fury. But then there's Cosmic Fury, and then there's Jungle Fury.
Wow.
Isn't there like Ninja Storm and Ninja Steel?
Yeah, Ninja Storm, Ninja Steel, Time Force, Wild Force.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so.
I mean, there's not.
That's why sometimes when he would tell me
Force,
he would tell me names, I'm like, wait, is this one, or is this one?
Right.
Or I'd come and look for an episode because Ruben would tell me, and I'd be like, I think I watched the wrong episode.
You know, I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't get too much into Power Rangers. There's just so much.
Yes and no. Like, I think we talked about this last week. Like, if you sat down, because like each season's like 40-ish episodes. You know.
Yeah.
If you take out all of the fighting, like if you don't really care about the fight scenes, like I really don't, like, and you get rid of like the Megazord battles, because most of the time they end up like, you know, the Megazord battles end up one of two ways. It's like they either beat the monster or something happens and they don't beat the monster, but then they'll beat the monster the next week.
So what does it end up, like a 20-minute episode?
It's probably like less than like that. I'd say it's like because you have to, if you don't skip the intro, I would say it's probably like 15. There's actually a lot of fighting. Like if you could really shorten down a season and like watch it in like a day and you'll probably be fine.
Wow.
So you could basically, if you just skipped all of that, you could watch all of every season in like 2 months.
Probably. I'd say maybe even less.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's not.
If you're really pushing
it's a lot.
If you really push it, you could probably get through you could probably get through like 2 seasons in a day. If you really push it, because not all of them are like 40. There's some that I think are like 32. Like I think Mystic Force is 32 episodes. Some of them aren't that long.
Wow.
So yeah. Anyway, that's the end of that topic. But another thing that that happened that we talked about last week, that is happening now, and it's kind of funny. Joker 2 is going on digital at the end of the month.
After didn't make it 2 months.
Because it was doing.
Yeah,
because it did so successful at the box office.
So good.
So successful.
It made
So
like
good.
150 million, right? So far. That's pretty good.
What was the budget?
480.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Or 4.
Yeah, I think there is like an 80% drop off from week 1.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like,
yeah. Well, because all the Lady Gaga stands went to go see
saw
it.
the movie already,
and
then
everybody waited for them to finish, and then they all saw it, and it was like, well,
or didn't see it because
yeah, I really do think there were people who like were already kind of like, I don't know, and then all the stuff comes out, and everyone's reviews are like, it's like, I mean, even last week we said, you know, take our word for it, like don't.
Yeah.
Like just stay away.
Totally not.
Like go save your money and go watch something else. Yeah. Go watch Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3, yeah.
Go watch Terrifier 3.
The better killer clown movie.
What's the other one?
Right
Let
now.
Me Go. That's a new one coming out too.
What's the one with is that the one with Andrew Garfield? There's
yes.
one with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
and
it's like a horror movie sort of.
No, it's not a horror movie. It's like it's like a romantic comedy.
That might be the one.
I don't remember. Anyway, apparently it got like a 99 or 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
So yeah, so I think
good.
it's certified fresh. I forget the name of the movie.
Pretty good.
But yeah, go watch that instead. Save your money. Go watch that. Don't bother with Joker 2.
No.
It's not worth your time. It's not worth your money.
There are better musicals out there.
Yeah. And look, I'm not saying go join like the Straw Hat Crew or anything. But if you did want to see the movie, you know, you might as well go find the One Piece.
Yeah.
Just go find the One Piece, dude.
I didn't know where you were going.
I did not think he was going that way either. That's funny.
Where'd you guys think I was going with that?
I don't know.
I said join the Straw Hat Crew.
Join the Straw Hat Crew. I completely went over my head. I'm like,
we live in time.
Solo.
We Live in Time. That's the name of the movie.
I
didn't even know that. Yeah, I thought it was.
To be fair, I thought that movie came out a long time ago.
I did too, but it says 2024. So
yeah, so like I was kind of like,
all right, cool.
I was like, all right, whatever.
When did it come out?
This says 2024.
Yeah, but like, what's the date?
I don't know.
I'm pretty. It's either just come out or it's about to come out.
Yeah,
it's one of the two.
No, it said that one's out already. I think that's the one that just came out. Yeah.
Anyway,
wow. Right.
Anyway, go watch that movie instead.
Whatever it is.
You'll probably have a better time with it.
Mm.
Anyway, well, that's all the stuff we talked about last week. I guess we should talk about all the Comic-Con stuff, or at least the stuff that we cared about.
Right.
So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but only some stuff that.
Well, we're going to talk about the stuff that we were like, cool.
Yeah.
Blumhouse had a big panel. You know, they announced like I think it was like 8 movies or something, or they had like plans for 8 movies.
Was it 8 movies?
Something like that. I know there's at least 3.
There was a few. There was at
least 3, but I think they had like a whole list of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I'm not a big horror person. Like it's not the genre like I go out and like go to the movies for.
A lot of horror movies are hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because a lot of horror movies to me they're not actually like scary. They're just like jump scares.
Yeah.
And to me, jump scares aren't like super scary
because
like you can predict when they're coming out.
Yeah. You're more surprised.
You're more psychological scary.
I get. Yeah. I want to actually feel like scared. Like, and I don't think jump scares is like the instant kind of like scare, but like once it's gone, you're like, okay, whatever.
I want to feel unsettled.
Yeah, basically.
I get it.
Yeah. I want to be like when I see a horror movie, I want to be like, I don't want to get scared, but I want to then think about it for like a weeks afterwards. Like, oh,
Not to get too off topic, but have you seen Smile?
I have.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, the
that
second
was
one-
kind of unsettling.
Yeah,
That's
the
good.
second one just came out.
Yeah.
And apparently out already? Yeah, it just came out.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it
You
apparently
know what I'm watching
Yeah,
later?
I saw that earlier today. It actually made more this opening weekend than the original.
Nice.
So I mean,
nice.
granted,
Yeah,
I think
amazing.
the star is Naomi Scott,
Yeah.
who was in the 2017 Power Rangers movie,
Hey, there.
as well as Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in. I think
She
she
was
plays
in
one of the
that.
girls in Lemonade Mouth.
Ah,
She was also Jasmine in Aladdin, and one of the girls in the new Charlie's Angels movie.
Did not see that one. Didn't
Whoa.
bother.
Didn't see it either,
Yeah.
but I know she's in it.
cool.
Yeah. Anyway, they announced some stuff. Megan 2.0. I haven't
Mhm.
seen the first Megan.
Yeah.
So I
Same.
was like, okay. Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Five Nights at Freddy's. See, that's the thing. I was very happy about.
Hell yeah.
That's the thing I cared about out of the Blumhouse thing, because they announced some other movie,
Wolfman.
Wolfman.
I've never watched the first one.
Wolfman or
Five
Five
Nights
Nights
at
at Freddy's. You've never seen the first Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah. The one that came out this last year, right?
Here's the
Pretty-
thing.
Pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's not like great. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's a 10 out of 10 like scary movie.
You know.
It's a scary movie for kids. Like it's PG-13. Like
Oh.
like
know.
you can only get so scary with it. But like the suits look really good.
This is a great.
Like the suits are probably my favorite part of the movie because like
Matthew Lillard was in that movie.
Matthew Lillard
Yeah.
was in the movie.
Yeah.
So was Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
I almost forgot his name.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he
he's in
plays
the
the main guy.
The main guy.
I forgot his
I
name
forget
now.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Lord, please apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt Pat. Even though he's retired.
What else? You said Wolf.
Wolfman.
I almost said Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Wolfman.
Yo,
Wolfman.
NWO.
Oh,
Wolfpack.
yeah.
Another classic. Classic.
Well, Wolfman's been remade like I don't know how many times.
Yeah, it's
like,
been
I
made
think
quite a
it's-
few times.
Yeah, because there was one I think what in like 2008 or something.
Yeah.
2009.
Early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
There's been, it's one of those like, it's like one of those monsters that you kind of just,
But yeah, you could just redo it.
yeah, you
like-
just redo.
Yeah, like how many Frankenstein movies have there been, or Dracula
How many
movies?
Dracula
Oh my
movies, yeah.
God! Like,
It's a classic monster.
yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, like I said, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Very excited. Comes out December of 2025.
yeah,
So we got a little bit of a wait, but
Hey,
yeah, I'm one of those people who like I'd rather wait for something and it be good
yeah,
than for them to like put it out really quickly and it's really bad.
yeah.
Like that's why I haven't been complaining about like the next Spider-Verse movie to come out because they were supposed to release that immediately the next year. They were like, hey, from a year from the day that we released Across the Spider-Verse,
Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse, they were going to do Beyond the Spider-Verse. Like 1 year to the day, that's when the next one coming out, and they're like, yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, and I'd rather they wait.
Yeah, I'd rather wait
Yeah, I'd rather wait.
because right now, as it stands, those two movies with this third one has the potential to be peak animation and peak storytelling. It's pretty great.
So good.
Especially with the cliffhanger they leave off on the second movie.
Oh,
We both went to go see it.
we went.
Oh.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
nice.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them.
You haven't seen them?
No,
Oh my God.
Nope.
Really?
really, I have not seen them.
Is it because it's animated? Because there's some people that are like that.
Probably the biggest reason, yes. Whoa. Yes, animated probably.
Wow.
Because I don't have a problem with animated things. Watch a lot of anime, but
For
I
shame.
cannot watch animated cartoons. I don't know what it is.
It's really good. It's probably got some of my favorite animation out there.
Wasn't that your favorite Spider-Man movie? Is
So good.
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Which I think is crazy. Like, it's good, but, like, Spider-Man 2 is great.
Well, I liked it more because of the animation.
Yeah, okay, I can give you that.
Because it was different. for
What's
the
your
time.
favorite Spider-Man? Is that
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
Okay.
Spider-Man 2. Dude, Spider-Man 2
That's
is
right.
the greatest. It's one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. Like, it's no contest. Like, that movie is peak Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, there's no contest. No other Spider-Man movie comes even close. And that's saying something because, like, No Way Home is pretty good. But it's like, heavily banking on, like, nostalgia
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
other two movies.
Yeah.
And because Spider-Man 2 is so great, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it doesn't do a whole lot.
Sure.
You know, if you take out all the like nostalgia and like callbacks to like other movies, it's like, is No Way Home really that great? Probably. It's probably fine at best. But you know, because Toby's in it, because Andrew's in it, because they bring back Doc Ock and
Right,
Green
right.
Goblin.
What was your favorite thing about Spider-Man 2?
Dude, that's just the story. Like I love seeing somebody, specifically Peter, like trying to juggle the idea of like being Spider-Man and just being Peter, having to give up basically being Peter because he understands his responsibility of being Spider-Man, but then giving that up because he just wants to like be Peter and like only have to worry about Peter, but then him having to like realize like, hey, the city needs me. I have to be Spider-Man, even if it means I have to give up the things that I want. I have to be Spider-Man, and it's like
Makes sense.
him going through that.
Is Spider-Man your favorite superhero?
I'd say so, yeah.
Never
Cool.
asked that. So
Cool.
Yeah, I would say so. But it's also one of those things where it's like I really resonate with the character. I guess kind of in the way like why I resonate with the Power Rangers, right? Because it could be anybody under the helmet. It could be anybody under the mask. Anybody could be a Spider-Man. Anybody could be a Power Ranger. You know, I like that element of like, hey, we don't know who it is, so it could be whoever we want.
Yep.
And there's something really charming about that.
I was gonna say you'd like to dress up and fight crime.
No, you would know it's me instantly if I was under the mask. Not even because of like the shape of my body, bro. It's because I would actively say my name like unintentionally. They'd be like, "Who are you?" Like they'd be like, "Who are you?" Oh, I'd be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
But yeah, Spider-Man. I would say he's my favorite. Who's y'all's favorite? You guys have a favorite?
Ooh.
Superhero don't have a favorite.
Superhero.
Okay, maybe not a favorite, but like who's like top three? Just make it a little easier.
Wow. Why is this so hard? Probably. Well, not super. It's not really a superhero, but
Gambit is probably one of
Magneto is probably my number
One
one.
is pretty good.
All-time favorite, like
Yeah.
comic book character, I guess you could say.
That's another one.
And it doesn't have to be Marvel. It could be DC.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah, I got you. Man,
Probably Jason Todd for me, too. And then what's the third one?
Does Jason Todd? Is that Nightwing?
That's the second Robin.
Okay. I've heard of the name.
He's the Robin that gets beat up by Joker
Ah,
and
yes.
then dies and then comes back.
Yeah, because
And then he's got like the red helmet with guns.
Red Hood.
Red Hood.
Yeah. Okay.
Red Hood. Yeah.
probably favorite. Just because I grew up reading. Well, I read the comics a lot. Spawn,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spawn's
Magneto, and
pretty
then
good.
Spawn probably.
Magneto,
That's
Spawn.
probably two. All the rest of them kind of fall into get like.
I think for me, top three, it's gotta be Spider-Man, Green Arrow, just because of Arrow. I love that show. Stephen Amell, great. And then probably Daredevil.
It's a great show.
Oh.
No?
Again, the
I give
show.
Daredevil, yeah.
The show, and we're actually gonna move into that topic in a little bit, because that's one of the things that got announced at NYC Comic Con. But yeah, Daredevil. I'm actually one of the people who like actually kind of like the Ben Affleck like Daredevil movie. Not because it's like good, but it's just because like it was like one of the first superhero movies I'd ever seen,
Right.
and I don't know. There's just like nostalgia factor about it for me,
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, because I had the VHS copy of it.
I get the Ben
Ben Affleck.
No, I was gonna say Ben Arrow.
Ben Arrow.
Don't know why, because he had said Green Arrow earlier.
More
So,
like- more like
I get the Ben Affleck, but the Elektra, I just couldn't get behind it back then. In the
Oh, sure.
Daredevil,
Sure.
just too corny. I don't know, good.
Ooh. You know what was my first superhero movie? Blade.
Wow. Okay, that's third.
Yeah.
Blade.
I
Blade is actually probably above Spawn.
I
Okay.
didn't even know it was a superhero movie
Oh.
until I then learned what the like Marvel comics, and I'm like, oh,
Well, it's because a lot of those early like Marvel movies that they did were like of characters. Not to say that they're like weak or anything, but like it's a lot of the obscure ones.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the first Marvel movies that ever really come out. You know, you had like the Spider-Man, obviously, Daredevil, Blade, the Punisher, Hulk, Fantastic Four, the early X-Men movies. You know, a lot of the ones that were technically like the heavy hitters, but like kind of not really. Especially when you get into like the Daredevil. Like I'm not saying Daredevil's like this big superhero, but like especially compared to like where he was before the MCU got really big, he was kind of like on the bottom of the totem pole.
yeah.
You know.
Well, out of all of those, is probably X-Men would probably be the
X-Men.
Fantastic Four. Those two would probably be the biggest, like, superhero in the superhero comic kind of realm of movies that they made a long time ago. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the three big ones were X-Men, Fantastic Four. Even though they only made two,
Yeah.
those two, and then Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Those were like the big ones that you would get. And then obviously once the MCU kicked off,
Yeah, until Iron Man got here, and then
Iron Man,
Thor. Yeah.
you know, they started setting up all that stuff. I can't even remember. Were there any? Well, yeah, I was gonna say, were there any DC movies? Yeah, there was the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
trilogy.
Dark Knight. Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot.
Well, the original Batman movies.
Yeah,
The original Superman movies. You know.
I think I just lump everything into like the DCEU, and I'm just like, oh, everything's trash. But no, there's some good ones in there, especially like the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh,
I would say that's probably one of the better trilogies of movies.
Agree.
Like from like start to finish, I think it's really good because like you can look at like the Spider-Man trilogy, like the ones with Tobey, and it's like the first two are really good, and then like Spider-Man 3 is like fine.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas like you look at the entirety of the Dark Knight trilogy, and it's like pretty consistently great
yeah.
the entire way.
Yep. I think I agree with that.
I really liked the old Superman movies with Christopher Reeve.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you know, not a lot of CGI going on in those days, but
Sure. I mean, hey.
Well, have you seen the new movie? I think it's like a documentary that they made about Christopher Reeve.
I watched a little bit of it,
Yeah,
but
'cause I haven't seen
I didn't really get into it too much.
What is it like about his life or
About
I think it's about part of his life, but then like mostly like his
what happened
part
to
of him
yeah.
being Superman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What wasn't he involved with the? I remember he was involved with like a murder or something, right?
A murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I'm the wrong person to ask about.
I don't
Stuff.
think so.
Because I watch a lot of true crime stuff. So
I know he was paralyzed. I don't think he was involved with a
was he
murder.
not? Well, like not himself, right? But he was like
Somebody else
subject, like he knew somebody that was murdered, and then he was like suspected of something, but like it didn't really pan out because
I've never heard
this
of that.
this
That's
was
crazy.
something like something that I think I remember reading, because I remember somebody talking about like, oh yeah, this guy used to be Superman, right? And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like it didn't matter too much about it, so I was like, okay, cool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Not the
I-
biggest. I'm not the biggest like superhero, like
Yeah.
superhero, Superman. fan.
Superman.
Like it's like, I think the only time I've actively been interested in like Superman was like when it was Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And that's just because
I like those
Man
movies.
of
Those
Steel.
were good.
yeah, and that's just because like Henry Cavill,
Yeah.
like, he just looks like Superman.
Yeah,
He just looks like what you would
Yeah.
picture Superman to look like.
When the first 30 minutes of that movie, it was just like, damn, he's Superman. This is fucking awesome. This is cool, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like dude,
I don't
honestly,
care.
Henry Cavill, handsome man.
Yeah.
He's a good looking dude.
Yeah.
Like there's very few people out there that are like genuinely handsome. Him, Hugh Jackman,
Hugh Jackman. Oh.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds to an extent.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, don't forget what is it? Green Lantern.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the DC stuff.
That was a horrible movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he kills himself in the Deadpool movie. Him writing the script for it.
That's funny. I remember
That's
watching that Green Lantern movie, like, and I was like, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not realizing how bad it probably actually was.
I mean, it was.
Because I think when you're a kid,
no.
you kind of like tell yourself like things
Yeah.
aren't as bad as you make them out to be.
Yeah.
But then you go back and you rewatch them and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Wasn't there another one where, I don't have to get too off topic, but like, wasn't there another, God, not Green Lantern, was it Green Hornet?
Yeah, Green Hornet was a movie.
With,
That one had Seth Rogen and some other guy.
I can't remember, was it Jet Li?
It might have been Jet Li.
As his sidekick?
I don't know if it's Jet Li, but it's Seth Rogen and somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember
That was not really a superhero movie though. It's more like a comedy.
It was more like a I know it was a comic, but I'm just saying. For some reason it popped in my head when I said Green Lantern. I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Anyway, now that we're off the topic, let's just move on to the next thing.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's still superhero adjacent, and I did mention it before about Daredevil.
Daredevil.
But before we get into the actual Daredevil, I want to talk quickly about the other superhero that I was talking about, Spider-Man. There's actually a lot of Spider-Man news. Not a whole lot, but like a decent amount.
A decent amount.
More so than Daredevil. Daredevil, again, we'll get to it. A lot of stuff happening with Spider-Man. So apparently, Tom Holland has received the draft of the Spider-Man 4 script,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently it's pretty decent. He says that there still need to be a couple little things tweaked about it, but right now it's looking good. And that's it's really exciting.
Well, let's hope he doesn't leak this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know the guy. but I feel like he's gotten a little bit better
Sure.
about stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think he tried his hardest with No Way Home. You know, granted, a lot of that stuff wasn't actually. I feel like Andrew Garfield did a worse job than Tom Holland, because there was that when the photo of him in the suit holding onto the rail got leaked, and I think he went on Jimmy Fallon. He's like, "It's a Photoshop.
It's a Photoshop.
That's not good." And it clearly was real. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, okay, whatever, Andrew. That one's not your fault. We'll give you a pass. But like, I don't know. I'm very excited for this Spider-Man 4. I don't know why Disney just doesn't buy Spider-Man. Like, I don't know why they just don't buy the rights to the movies, because that's the whole thing, right? It's like, it's not an MCU movie. It's always Marvel in association with Sony.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe the asking price is too high for Spider-Man, but it's also one of those things where it's like, you're gonna make it back.
Yeah, but you're Disney.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna make it back. I don't know why.
Maybe they don't want to sell them.
That's probably another thing. Is Sony's just because Sony, that's like their cash cow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Spider-Man's making us all the money. You know.
Yeah.
And there's always been plans that they always say is like, oh, we're gonna make our own Spider-Man thing, and they just keep doing, you know, Venom, even though Venom's movie is about to come out, which again we're gonna talk about right now. The Last Dance.
Third movie.
Yeah, the third movie,
Yeah.
which I think is the final movie. I think they're
Yeah, I said
bringing us
the third is going to be the final. But did you see the first two?
No.
No, they're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't want to watch them because they're bad. I just never got
No,
around.
they're pretty good.
Originally, I just watched them because they have Tom Hardy in it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I wonder if it's because I like Tom Hardy, so it was like, wow, he plays a great Venom. So it was just like, this is kind of cool. And the second one ended up being good, and so I'm really hoping they do good with this third movie.
I mean, they have a venomized horse in that movie, so.
They do. Yep.
Yeah.
So
anyway, yeah. So now that that's over, you know, Venom. Again, I'll probably binge watch the first two before I go see the other one, because you know, obviously the second one is Carnage, and like Carnage, it's kind of cool. Like, not to say like the main, I forget the main one in the first movie. It's another one of the symbiotes.
Yeah.
But it's like every other symbiote, Carnage. You know, like Carnage is just cool.
yeah.
Like, that's inherently just cool. I know Noel is going to be in this movie.
Oh, that's right.
And it's supposed to be, oh god, what's his name? Oh my god, I just looked it up too. Hold up, somebody.
For what?
Just keep talking for Noel. Just
Yeah.
somebody.
Do you know who Noel is?
I do not know who Noel is.
So, like God of the Symbiotes, like a dark god. You know, in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
You know the sword that I forget his name, the God Killer has.
Yeah.
That's his sword.
Oh.
Yeah. That's Noel's sword. That's why he can kill.
I think I know who you're
gods.
talking. I think
Like
I
he
know
kills
the
divinity.
entity or who you're talking about. I just
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
the name. I didn't know.
And all the symbiotes are basically like, that's our god.
That's our god, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to be about.
I'm
I haven't seen
guessing.
the trailer yet.
I'm guessing.
I'm
As soon as I heard
hoping.
Noel, I'm like, oh, this is like multiversal kind of threat thing. You know, like this is scarier than Thanos kind of thing. Like, ooh, yeah. I don't know too much about it like that. I just know like who he is and kind of what his deal was, but I mean, I don't know how they fight him in the actual comics.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much all I know about him. That he's a big bad, and he controls all the symbiotes.
Oh, well, hopefully it's
Which
good. Should be good.
Yeah, should be good.
See, well now I don't know if what I was thinking was accurate. Like, I don't know if I just got spoofed, because like the person I thought it is not who I'm trying to find.
Oh.
Because apparently, from what I've seen,
Yeah.
and I think this is old. It says it was Norman Reedus, but when I checked, it was a different actor.
Huh.
Norman Reedus of obviously The Walking Dead, if you've seen it.
Sure, sure.
Who's he play?
Daryl.
Daryl
Dixon.
I was about to say Carl.
Daryl.
not Carl.
Carl's a child.
Yeah, but that's not the guy who I was looking for. Okay, let me look up the because I know a show he's in, so I can look that up.
What show?
He is Andy Serkis. He was going to play him. That's when I saw who was playing Noel. But again, I can't find it. So
You're talking about Circus, right? Golem?
Are you asking me if that's Goal?
Yeah, didn't he voice Golem and a bunch of other?
Maybe.
Andy Serkis, right? SERKS KIHIS. I don't know how to
Yeah,
spell
he's in
it.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so okay.
Well, that's funny because I could see him playing. No, that would be cool.
Yeah, I can't find the.
Yeah, he was in Planet of the Apes too.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I can't find the tweet that said that he was the one doing it. So maybe I was wrong.
So it's going to be Norman Reedus, not.
Yeah, it could. Maybe this isn't casting. I don't know. Maybe I've been wrong this entire time.
Wow.
Okay.
Maybe Twitter got me and I can't figure it out.
Nevertheless, third movie's coming out, The Last Dance. First two were good, like we said. Don't take our word for it. If you want to check it out, check it out.
I don't know. We're probably going to see it. We're probably going to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll
let you know give you our
I don't know if
honest thoughts and.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have a comprehensive review like we did for Joker, but.
I mean, you know.
I wouldn't call that a comprehensive review. I would call that a
shit post.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry for swearing. God, there was last bit of Spider-Man adjacent news. It was announced that Insomniac has no additional story DLC for Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
And most people are speculating it's because all that stuff got leaked. I don't think they had any actual gameplay or anything. It's just like the ideas got leaked. And some people are saying, well, because that leaked, they were just like, we're just not doing it anymore.
Oh,
and that kind of sucks.
Yep.
Especially because like there's not really any reason to keep playing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Once you've gotten 100% and everything, because I've 100% the whole game. There's not really a reason for me to go back to play it unless I want to do New Game Plus. But like, I don't know. It's only been out for like a year. Like I think it's been 1 year almost to the day since it's been out at the time of this recording. And I still just haven't had a reason to go back and replay it. Whereas like I think recently I went back and played the first one, just because I feel like there's more replay value in the first one. Doesn't say the second one's a bad game. You know, it's fine. You know, I don't know if it's as good as the first one.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That's Vic's take.
It's not.
I played the first one. Didn't play the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the second one was pretty good. It's okay.
It's serviceable.
Yeah. You can play it. It's fun to look at.
For all you PC players, it is coming to PC in January.
Yeah. Yep. PC.
Not that you'll want to play it. Just.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to play it. Maybe somebody really wanted to play Spider-Man.
Have a PS. Yeah. PS5.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, that seems to be the way where like games are moving now. If it's exclusive to a console, just play it on your PC.
Yeah.
You know, especially with Sony. Sony's been doing that a lot lately. You know, there was God of War. What was the other one? Horizon Zero Dawn just came. Spider-Man came out a while ago. I think Uncharted was also on PC.
By the way, if you want to play all these games, you need a PSN account.
Well, we don't know that. Well, some of them, yes, but like
some of them. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen.
It's probably gonna happen.
I mean, because it happened with what? Helldivers.
Yeah,
I forget.
It happened in God of War. It happened in Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm like 90% sure it happened with Concord, but like, who cares?
That one, shut down anyway. I think it's coming back, isn't it?
Concord?
I read somewhere that they were trying to bring it back.
No shot. They're not doing that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Bro.
To be seen on a future episode.
Nah, bro. Sony, I'm gonna look. Do you dead at the camera? All right, just take the L. Just take it. Like, you know that I don't think I brought it up in a like another recent episode. It actually some industry insider or somebody who knew an industry insider actually said it cost more than what was originally said it was, which I think it was like $200,000. Apparently, it was closer to like 400 something.
For what?
For Concord. To make it.
To make it?
Yes, to make it.
You say 200,000?
Originally, but then somebody came out. I forget. I have the tweet somewhere that said somebody knew somebody who was like in Sony, and they said it was somewhere closer around to like 450,000 or 450 million.
I was gonna say not 400,000.
Yeah,
that's why I kind of got thrown for a loop there. Okay,
my bad. But yeah,
200 to 400 mil. That's a big difference.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that tweet. Sorry that we keep going to our phones to look up stuff. It's just that we want to be accurate. Sometimes, you know, we aren't the most accurate, but we try our best to be. So let me see.
Damn, I put Concord on Google. It's bringing up other stuff that is not.
Yeah, Concord reportedly cost $400 million to make and was supposed to be a Star Wars-like franchise for Sony.
And it was not that.
Yeah. Concord. We've already said our piece on Concord. And it was just not good. So anyway, that was about it for all the Marvel. Actually, no, there's one more thing. Again, I keep wanting to. I think I just want to talk about the DC stuff. because that's probably the more promising thing of the stuff that happened. But last little thing.
Did you mention? Did we mention Daredevil?
That's what I was.
March?
That's what I was about to. That's what
Gotcha. I know you're going back to Daredevil. I didn't know where you're going.
Yeah,
you said Marvel. Sorry.
That's why you wait.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, yes, the last little bit of Marvel stuff. There was some other stuff but it's stuff that I don't know. I felt like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like there was a more higher resolution of Harrison Ford's Red Hulk. There was Herbie for the Fantastic Four as a robot. You got a look at him. It was like cool. Like nothing that's gonna like make me want to go and see those movies any more than like they already were.
Right.
But Daredevil, Born Again, finally got a release date, and I've been waiting for this release date for so long because I genuinely think, in terms of TV shows, the only one that has probably come even close to quality to Daredevil has probably been like Loki. I don't think any other Marvel show that's come out has quite hit like a story like perspective wise has come even close to anything that Daredevil had. Like that's just my opinion.
I can see where you're coming from. It had a great story. Great actors. Luckily, they cast,
they
almost
just brought
perfect actors. It was just like, I'm saying for the original, like on Netflix. Like, I mean,
to be fair, they pretty much brought everybody back.
Yeah.
Which again, they didn't have to do that.
No, they didn't. But it's cool.
And they could have just brought Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox and just leave it at that. But no, they brought everybody pretty much. Yeah. They even brought back what's his name? He plays Punisher.
Yeah, Bernthal. John Bernthal.
Yeah, John Bernthal. Like,
even that's what I was gonna say too. Like, Daredevil being a great series, the Punisher was great too. I mean, it was.
Well, I think they're bringing him back because I think they want to keep him.
Yeah.
With his own series, because I think his series was also one of the ones that was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Before, but they obviously they stopped doing the shows and they had to cut it short. Just in general with all the Netflix shows. But yeah, I would say his was probably like second. Like it was probably like Daredevil, then his, and then probably like Luke Cage, and then like Jessica Jones, and then Iron Fist probably.
Yeah.
Maybe Iron Fist above Jessica Jones.
Wow.
I didn't. Here's the thing. I haven't seen Luke Cage. I haven't seen. Iron Fist. I haven't seen Jessica Jones.
I watched all of them. To me, Luke Cage. Other than so we're not gonna count Daredevil or Punisher. So, Luke Cage was my favorite. Then Iron Fist. Then Jessica Jones.
Okay.
But the Defenders. Yeah. Was a great series. It was. I didn't think it was going to be any good because I kind of half. Like I only liked all the series a little bit, but all of them together.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's supposed to be like the Avengers of like the
street level Avengers.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had read the Defenders comic long time ago, so I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. So, and it turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah. A lot of hallway scene fights.
Only other small stuff. I think that's pretty much it, right? They showed.
Well, I think they got a trailer, like a new trailer that hasn't been seen yet.
For what?
For Daredevil.
Oh, for Daredevil.
Like just another new trailer. I haven't seen it. I'm sure somebody will leak it or something, or maybe they'll just release it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have like 6 months until it comes out.
Yeah.
I think it comes out March 4th. I believe that was the tentative date. Yeah. Which again, 6 months, I can wait. To be fair, I think the show is really supposed to come out like this year. So, and it's one of again, I'm perfectly happy waiting for anything. As long as it comes out good. Like if you wait for something and it's still trash, then like the waiting was kind of pointless, But if you wait and it's good, then who cares?
I was really excited for the new trailer for Dead City, Walking Dead.
That's
the new season 2 coming out. Mm-hmm. I loved all the spinoffs. I don't know if either of y'all watch Walking Dead.
I'm trying to get back into it. Because when it first came out, like a long time ago, I tried watching it. I got bored, but now that I'm older,
I get it.
And now that I'm, I'm different than I was back then. Now that I'm watching it, I'm like, this is kind of good.
And the series that they made afterwards, the spin-offs and everything, really, really good TV, really good shows. So I was excited for that. Other than that, it was.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I always thought the zombie stuff was like the vampires and werewolves. I thought it was just a fad.
Sure.
That it was eventually just going to go away, and kind of it did.
I mean,
I would say out of like all the zombie stuff, The Walking Dead's the only one that kind of like stayed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I mean, because new zombie movies come out every couple of years. I mean, it's not new Dracula movies come out every couple of years.
Yes, remember Morbius?
I mean,
yeah, but like compared to like what they were doing at their peak.
Oh yeah,
like when Twilight was at its peak, dude, there was Twilight. There was like the Vampire Diaries. There was that other show that True Blood.
That's true, but most of those are horrible vampire movies.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. I forgot about Warm Bodies.
Really
That was a good one too. Oh yeah, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I wish
Zombieland. That was right after that.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Zombieland. Love Zombieland.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I just thought it was a fad.
I see
like
what you mean.
I was like, oh, it's just gonna be. It's like the vampires in the world. It's just gonna be a thing that's gonna happen. It's gonna go away. Obviously that didn't happen. It's still around. You know, people still enjoy it, and I think everybody, if you like it, that's cool. I just haven't seen it. For all I know, it's really good.
Well, I mean, from what I'm seeing now, it seems like The Walking Dead is less about the zombies are a problem, and it's not more about the people are the problem.
Yeah, that's been the past 5 seasons. Like the last couple of seasons of it was just like, hey, humans are the problem.
Yeah, but I feel like that's every zombie show. Because or any zombie thing.
That's any apocalyptic.
Yeah, because but you can look at like
World War Z was the zombies were kind of
okay.
Yeah, but like recent media, like you can look at like The Last of Us. Last of Us isn't really a zombie problem. That's like a people problem.
It is a people problem.
It is.
Most zombie things are like.
But like I said, I don't think that's necessarily just a zombie thing. I think it's mostly just like a post-apocalyptic thing. Yeah, you get any time where it's just, oh hey, there's only a couple of humans left on Earth. So let's be the most horrible humans we can be with each other.
Yeah, usually might makes right.
There's been lots of shows. There was a show called Revolution when it was just like it was tech kind of went haywire and like there's no more big EMPs and there's no more whatever. So they had to start making small villages and like they had to use like steam engines and stuff. Yeah, horrible people. That's all it came down to. Like But yeah, I got you. Anyways,
yeah. I don't know how we got there.
Walking Dead. Anyways,
let's actually get to the meat and potatoes of what we were going to talk about because I'm looking at the clock. We're at the 50-minute mark. So
I guess we're
DC. I would say DC has had probably the biggest like stuff to talk about coming out of Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because they're finally showing people that they have some sort of direction. I think now that James Gunn has taken the helm,
they're actually planning.
They're actually planning on doing stuff, and it seems like it's all going to culminate with the release of Superman, the Superman movie that they're coming out. It seems like there's going to be. It seems like that's what is eventually going to be the thing that kicks off.
That starts it. Yeah.
Which, granted, before we started this podcast, I was talking to Vic about it. I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's the biggest.
If you're going to have anybody start it off, why start it off with honestly a lesser known character or on pop.
You're gonna get Cyborg.
Yeah, you're gonna start off with an Aquaman movie. No, you're gonna start off with Superman.
No, man, it'd be Aqualad.
Aqualad.
We gotta get the young guys. Young Justice. We're gonna get that.
Young Jim. Hey, you know what?
Honestly, that movie.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, honestly, that movie under James Gunn was probably kick-ass.
I wouldn't hate it.
And that's kind of just a testament to James Gunn as like a director.
Yeah,
I think James Gunn has made some pretty decent movies.
Yeah,
because you go back and you look at the Guardians of the Galaxy, those are pretty good in terms of like superhero movies.
Yeah,
his output of that, because you have Guardians of the Galaxy, the redone Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Oh, he did do that.
Which arguably is better.
It is better.
So much better.
It's not arguably. It's just better. It's just better. Yeah.
He did Peacemaker season 1.
Yeah.
Great season of television. Can't wait for season 2.
Yep. Speaking of which, yeah.
John Cena, love that guy.
So good.
I hope he enjoys his last year before he retires from the WWE. He has one more year. All throughout 2025. After 2025, he's done.
Well, at least he has something to continue with after.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah,
like he's not like a terrible actor.
He's funny.
Yeah,
he is pretty funny.
I think he understands comedy. Like in terms of like, and I think I said this on a previous podcast, or maybe it was the one that we didn't upload.
Probably the one that
it's probably the one that we didn't have the audio for. But I said in terms of like wrestlers who have become actors, Batista's at the top.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I think Batista has range.
Yeah,
like I think he's proven that he's at range, and he actually wants to take acting seriously. Not to say like Dwayne.
Yeah, when he started acting, he surprised me. I'm like, oh,
who?
Batista. Yeah.
Well, when he started acting, when in Guardians or in his other stuff?
Other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say Batista's at the top. Then probably John. I think John Cena's actually a pretty good actor. And then I'd probably put The Rock. And the only reason The Rock's down there is because I feel like The Rock like typecasts himself.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's just because he's done too much stuff.
Oh, you know what's hilarious?
Like what?
I saw a meme of they put like 4 pictures of The Rock's like different roles, and they all look the same.
Yeah, they're all big, muscly guys.
It's like they're outside in a jungle. They have like the khakis and like the
because I mean you're gonna put yourself in that role. That's what you're gonna get. You know, like we talked about this that one movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds. Oh yeah, he's a art thief.
Yeah.
It's a Netflix movie.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It's like he's gonna be in those types of movies. Okay, I can see him in those types of movies.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, right? He was.
Yeah.
But like, you know, then you get stuff like Tooth Fairy, and it's like,
hey,
come on. What?
That movie was actually kind of decent.
That movie was good. I'm not saying it was bad.
That one in the game plan, dude.
Okay,
the game plan was pretty good.
Game plan was good too.
There's
I'm not saying they're bad movies, but you know, like
they all feel the same.
Yeah. Then you get like Jumanji, when it's like, God, you're playing the same character as you played in this movie.
Yeah, like that meme that you were talking about, Vic. I was like, you could put him in Jumanji and him like on Jungle Cruise side by side.
Yeah,
they'd look the same.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? What was one of his earlier ones? Walking Tall, with Sean William Scott. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
He had to go get him because like.
Well, I think his first movie was The Scorpion King.
Yeah,
that was his first.
That was his first movie.
Right, he was.
I said one of his first movies. But yeah. Scorpion King was his first movie. That's right. Well, it was sort of like The Mummy, right? But with Scorpion King, he was in The Mummy for a little bit. For like a little shot.
Yeah, just like a little tiny little.
And then he
I
got
think the Scorpion King was
King,
his first. Like.
Yeah, so.
Interesting. We're not shitting on Dwayne as an actor.
No. He just happens to get cast in those roles that.
I mean, he's evidently very successful.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's doing something.
But the reason I'm bringing up like these actors is because like. I feel like Dwayne kind of typecasts himself. John, to an extent, I think can typecast himself. Whereas like Batista. Like actively tries to not get himself typecast.
Yeah, he's got range.
Yeah, he wants to be in like movies that are taken seriously because he wants an Oscar. And granted, I think he should, you know, if that's what he wants to do, go get an Oscar.
Yeah, go for it.
I think he can. If
More
he really
power
tries.
to him.
Well, no, he's been in a lot of good roles.
Yeah,
roles were good for him.
Was The Cabin?
The Cabin was
a great
amazing.
movie.
Yeah, it was amazing. Dune, his role in Dune was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
And here's the thing, right?
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion.
Wow, I have not seen that one.
It's so good.
Is he in that one?
Yeah,
yes, he is. He's,
yeah. He's the guy that has like the YouTube channel.
Yeah. And not only that, but like his most recent movie, A Killer's Game.
Oh yeah.
Great movie.
Which one?
Killer's Game.
What's that one about?
He's an assassin, and I think he finds out that he has like cancer. So he puts a hit out on himself.
I want to see. You told me about that one. I want to see that.
He puts a hit out on himself, but it turns out that the doctor had like the wrong diagnosis, so he's not actually dying. But he can't cancel the hit. So he has to basically defend himself against assassins.
So good.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
It's a
neat idea.
And Riddick too. That was a really good with Vin Diesel. Yeah, he's one of the bad guys. One of the other race people that fights against Vin Diesel. No, I was looking up one because it was just like, man, this one was a really good.
He's been in a few stuff.
No, he's been in a lot of movies, but God, what is it? It was quite a few years ago.
Well, before we get into that.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
Like,
I'm just checking.
I've said this before. I don't know, not on the podcast, but just in general. I can't think of anybody else who could have done Drax. Looking back at it now, like I can't think of anybody who would have done
Drax. You think of
Drax.
You think of Batista.
Yeah, it's Batista, 100%. Where it's like you look at other superheroes and you can be like, oh, I could see so and so being like Superman, or I could see so and so being like Spider-Man or something like that. You could see other people in those roles. I can't think of anybody who would do Drax better than Batista. Because I think he understood what it was to be like a strong guy, but also be a comedian.
Yeah.
Like I think Batista understands comedy pretty well.
He's good. Good actor.
Yeah, like I said, he's got range.
Blade Runner. The original Blade Runner was with Harrison Ford back in the 80s. I want to say 80s. But anyways, they redid it with a newer version, like I guess a continuation.
Yeah.
Sequel, whatever. And
I think Ana de Armas was in that.
He had a small role, Batista, but it was really a real serious kind of role. It was like it was really good. He was only on there for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, he's got range. You're right. Yeah, he's got range.
Yeah, dude's great. And also,
was that you?
That was me.
Wow. Anyway,
I'm way too close to this thing.
Yeah, so you gotta back it up.
I
was gonna sing that song. You gotta back that ass up. Anyway, Batista. Yeah, great guy. Great actor, even great wrestler. I'd argue.
Great.
Was he the the best? Probably not. I can think of other people who probably are on like the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, but he was good. Anyway, I don't even remember how we got there.
We went from John Cena to Bautista. John Cena to wrestlers.
Yeah,
right. Because
and then we're talking about Peacemaker. And okay,
that's how we got to.
See,
yep.
That's the game that we
got
trying
to
figure
stay
out.
on topic.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the DC stuff. Like I said, it just feels like now they're trying. Whereas like originally, it felt like they were just putting out movies, hoping that it would just eventually like get back on track.
And they'll somehow like connect them.
Yeah. But like now it feels like it's like, hey, this is our plan. It might not be the most concrete plan. We're not thinking like 2030 or anything like that. But now we at least know where we want to go.
Right.
And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to kick it off this way. And I don't know. For me, that just seems really refreshing. Because like the MCU was like that at the beginning.
Right.
It's like, hey, we're gonna do stuff, and it's all gonna culminate with Endgame. But like currently, it feels like they've just been floundering. It's like they've just been trying to figure out where they want to go. Nothing feels like it's connected.
Yeah.
Like not connected as how it was. Now it kind of is like, oh hey, here's a reference to a thing we did.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's in the same universe, but it's like who cares? Like
it's all disjointed.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect way of saying it, Vic.
It's funny because of the way they've gone, I found myself whenever I watch new DC Marvel stuff, trying to find that connection. Right, like that's all I'm doing instead of enjoying the show or like just enjoying the character progression. I'm like looking for, like, oh my God, is it going to be connected to this? Is it going to be connected to this? Why is this? Oh, what is this happening here? And then it starts the stupid brain of like, oh my God, well this is not how it happened. This is not how this is supposed to go, and it just makes it a really unenjoyable experience when I could just, I don't know, like you said, I believe in the beginning they did a really good job with starting it off and keeping things together, but just recently, I don't know if it's just a too many brain thing or too many.
I think what you're trying to say is there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. There you go. That's
because I think.
Do you think too much control was given?
I don't know if it's too much control. It might be that because I think when you look at the original MCU, a lot of it was Kevin Feige. It's like, hey, Kevin has this roadmap of where things need to go, and as long as you kind of follow his roadmap, you're probably going to end up where you need to be. Now it feels like because the MCU is so big, there's so many projects that need to come out. He can't be there for all of them, so he has to trust the people to like basically stay on the road.
True, but I mean at the same time, if you really look at all the stuff that's come out, I mean, if your main job is just to guide the MCU, I mean, not spending, it's not saying that he has to spend every minute of every day on every project, right? But I mean, like, you're not making that much stuff. You could have had a say and could have like guided things a little bit better, because some of the shows were just like, some of the movies, some of the shows were just like a little bit like, man, just did this really need to be made? Did that really need to be made? That's very opinionated. That's just my opinion. I don't know how how y'all feel about this or y'all feel about this, but
I don't know. Like, I think recently there's been a turnaround. Obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, massive success.
Yeah,
$1 billion box office, and I would actually say Agatha All Along, the show that's currently running, it's probably my most like. How do I want to word this? Like it's been the show where I've been like, this isn't what I expected, and I actually kind of like that, because I remember when it was coming out, I was like,
yeah,
I didn't really care for the character. She was coming from WandaVision, and I was like, WandaVision, like, it was cool. It was like the first MCU show that they did, but like I didn't really care. Like, but like actually watching the show, I like am actively watching it, and I feel like this is really good. This is exceeding my expectations.
Yep.
Like this is actually good. Now I'm not saying it's good because of like X, Y, and Z or anything. I'm not saying it's good because maybe Kevin Feige.
But you're just saying it's not bad. It's just a decent show.
Yeah, it's a decent show.
Yeah. I watched one episode. It's I'm gonna finish it. I didn't think I was gonna like it at all.
Yeah, I kind of just wrote it off as like, oh, it's it's a show about witches, and it's October spooky season, that's all it's gonna be. But no, it's actually a really well. It's not only is it really well made. It feels really well thought out. It seems like everything is kind of like the most recent episode. It's a bunch of like backstory stuff, and it shows like one character and his connection to like all the characters that he hadn't met yet that he has met now, like just being a part of his life or just being in his life in some way. And I'm like, that's so cool. You get to see like, hey, here was this person before he got the group of witches.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they were here, and then now she's here, and it's just like they were like all connected in some weird way, and now they're all together. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of cool. Like stuff like that. I like when things are done that way. Like when it's like, hey, here's this cast of characters, but like somehow it was kind of like Destiny in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I don't know, with recent MCU stuff, it just kind of feels like they're just again, but when I say recent, I mean like before Deadpool and Wolverine. Obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, was different. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and I forget the actual director. They obviously had a lot more say in what they wanted to do. But granted, I think that was more so because Ryan was very adamant about, hey, no, we're doing it this way.
It's going to be a certain way.
Yeah, we're doing this a certain way, or we're not doing it at all. And he basically played Disney's hand. And honestly,
no, it came out good. It was perfect.
Yeah, not only that, but it's like maybe other people should try to do that. Like, because clearly it worked.
Yeah, clearly there's something.
Well, I think and that's like a much bigger issue, right? It's like the PC culture, and we're not going to get into that because there's people who are like very hard against it, very hard on it, and again, we're not going to touch into that.
Yeah,
like,
it's a debate.
But like clearly, Deadpool and Wolverine leaned not that way. They went basically against the grain of like what Disney would consider okay.
Yeah.
And clearly, that's what people wanted.
Yeah, I mean, they made money.
And like I'm not saying it did that because like it's R-rated and people wanted that, but like you don't have to be so cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Like,
but also, I mean, it was Deadpool, so you expected a little bit, to be at least a certain way, right? You didn't, if it was just made like a Disney version of Deadpool, it would not have made as much money. I mean, that's just
people would have hated it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like even like with other shows, and I'm sorry we're like kind of stuck on this right now because we were talking about the DC stuff. Now we're just kind of talking.
I was going to say we kind of transitioned back into the MCU.
Yeah, we'll get back to the DC stuff in a bit, but like I think what this is like more telling, and I guess kind of leaning back into the DC stuff, it's just it really kind of shows how much like Marvel has kind of fallen off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To where because and like DC, I don't actually think they were ever on the track.
Yeah,
like
until now, I don't think
because I think they were like okay, Man of Steel, because like Man of Steel was supposed to be like what the new Superman movie is going to be like now.
Yes,
it's supposed to be the thing, the catalyst to like build off of everything else. But I don't think they had a roadmap of like what they want to do. It's like, hey, we're just going to release movies.
Yeah,
and eventually they'll all meet up and beat the Justice League. Whereas like early MCU it's like, oh hey, Iron Man 2, Hulk, Captain America, Thor, and we're all going to bring them in for the first Avengers movie. And it's going to be a big deal, and it was at the time, very big deal. But now it's just with MCU, it's just like, okay, here's a show. Like, here's She-Hulk. Like, okay, here's a Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
And like they make they tip their fedoras and be like, hey, this is from this, and like this is this, and it's like, does anybody really care?
It almost feels like they ran out of characters to choose, and now they're just scrambling to try to be like, well, we haven't talked about this character yet, so maybe we can do that.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're going to do that, I mean, there's lots of Marvel characters to choose from that were very, very pivotal and very important roles in the whole scheme of Marvel, right? Leading from one franchise to the next. But they chose to not use any of those things and go with. That's why at first when they were going to make Moon Knight, I was like, what in the heck are y'all doing? Ruben, I had this conversation with Ruben and one of our other friends. It was like this is going to be horrible.
I like Moon Knight.
I know. I'm just saying the original conversation I had, I told him it was going to be horrible.
Yeah, John's hottest take was he thought the first episode of Moon Knight was bad.
I thought it was bad. I didn't like it. It was slow to me. I didn't
because we had to explain like why it was good.
Yeah,
like because me and my other friend Josh, we were very adamant about how awesome that first episode was, because it does it basically sets up the entire show and basically how the character acts.
Yeah,
and like I don't know why John just couldn't
get it. He
didn't get it.
Couldn't get it. I did get it. Great series.
Yeah, it's actually probably like one of the better
MCU
shows.
Yeah, MCU shows
that they've done.
But then when it comes to like what was the other one? Echo.
Oh, Echo.
Is that a movie or
it's a show?
I couldn't even watch it.
What was Echo?
I didn't even give it a chance.
Echo is, how do I say this? It's like a sub character of like the Deadpool of the like Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, God, what is her name? I don't want to butcher it. I think it's Vanessa. No, it's not Vanessa. That's his wife. Maya. That's her name. Is basically like a, not really like a niece to Kingpin, but like Maya's dad like worked for Kingpin, and then spoilers, Kingpin kills him. Or Kingpin doesn't kill him. Hawkeye. No, not Tombstone.
Yeah. No.
Don't think about it. It's like it's a different character. Anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so she basically shoots Kingpin in the face.
Yeah.
He stays alive.
Of course.
Granted, I think looking from like your perspective, yeah, it's not the best show. It's definitely a show. Obviously, it's for like a certain audience. I watched it because like obviously Kingpin's in it, and there's probably going to be some sort of connection to like Daredevil, because Daredevil's in the show for like I think the first 2 episodes, or the second. I don't remember. It's been a while. Most of these MCU shows I watch them once and that's it.
Yeah,
I don't have a reason to go back to them. But like she basically has ties with Kingpin essentially.
Okay.
And she gets like her powers from like the ancient Mayans or something. I don't want to butcher that either.
Something, yeah.
Anyway, not the point. But yeah, like I don't know, man. The MCU shows, I feel like they're hit or miss. Most of the time, recently they've been kind of miss. Because like I said, at the beginning they were kind of like doing okay. They had WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki.
I actually like Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty decent. Like it's really short. It's like 4 episodes or something like that. It's real short. Might be 6. I don't remember. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like for what it is, obviously it sets up Falcon to become Captain America.
Captain America.
And now he's getting his own movie coming out.
Yeah, Brave New World.
Brave New World. Which I hate that. I'm gonna be real. I hate that.
I don't like the title.
I liked New World Order.
Yeah.
Just because like the NWO.
Should have left it.
Yeah, they should have just left it. But yeah, like
all that to say, I mean, so hopefully going forward, we were just starting to touch on the DCU. Hopefully they have great seasons of shows. I don't know. They haven't announced any kind of show stuff, but there's
Superman. Peacemaker season 2.
Oh, Peacemaker. Yeah, that was already.
And then the animated show that's coming out.
Creature Commandos.
Yeah,
Creature Commandos.
Creature Commandos. Yeah, that's coming out at the end of this year. So that's gonna be like the first thing that's coming out.
Yeah. Which they got a lot of. God, I can't remember the names right offhand, but they did get a lot of people who did voice acting already, so it should be pretty good.
Well, here's the thing, right? One thing that I will say, and I'll give DC credit. The one thing that they've always excelled at is their animated movies.
Oh, dude.
So like their animated show, I can only imagine is going to be just as good. Because they've had real successful
like
DC
their whole like
movies.
Justice League War thing. It was like a.
And I've always wondered, it's like
you
make all these great animated movies, and somehow like they don't translate to live action.
Well,
Oh, and obviously like, some things are easier to do animated than they are to do like live action. But like at the same time, it's like just I don't know, try your best. Like
I mean,
because at the end of the day, the story should be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the time, people will kind of forgive like a lot of like CGI stuff if the story's good.
Yeah, or you could be the Flash.
Or you could be the Flash.
And it's just all bad. Besides Michael Keaton. Yeah. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
That's probably the best part of the movie. It's just him saying that.
You know who I want to see play the Flash again?
Grant Gustin.
Grant Gustin.
Everybody wants Grant Gustin. I said they should have done Grant Gustin at the end of the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of the Flash is kind of like resets stuff.
Yeah. That's the whole point of Flash.
And I thought.
But do you think he's too old now?
Grant Gustin?
Yeah.
Grant Gustin looks young, dude.
How old is he?
No,
he's like
he looked young when Flash started.
No, he's got to be. He's probably like mid-30s.
Look, if he's not, you know who I like.
I'm gonna pop a picture on the screen. Okay, he doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
He can pull it off.
Yeah,
dude.
He can pull it
He's
off.
only 34, dude. He's fine.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's like mid-20s.
Plus, if he is old, he can also play the older Flash.
Very true.
The one with like the metal helmet who
and here's
was
the thing.
fought in the war.
Everybody would love it.
Everybody would love it.
No, it'd be amazing.
It's the same thing like if they wanted to get Stephen Amell to do Green Arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
would care. Yeah, they'd be happy with it, I think, yeah.
Because a lot of people don't actually know that, or I feel like there's not that sentiment. Granted, a lot of those like CW, DC shows kind of fall off towards the end.
Yeah.
But the early seasons are really good. Like,
they're pretty good.
Like, I think Arrow, for pretty much its entire run, minus like maybe one season, is like pretty consistently
decent. But do you think that's an issue of just tried to go on too long? Like if it ended sooner, then it would have been just fine?
No, because because it's like one specific season. So I think it's more
For Arrow.
It's
For Arrow.
Yeah. Like I think at that point it's just a story thing.
Yeah.
And what was the Flash? What was the main issue with Flash?
Oh,
That one I actually do think went on too long.
Yeah.
That one went on.
That one because I think it was like 8 seasons or 9 seasons of that.
Yeah.
And like around season like 6 is when it got like.
I honestly think
really
they could have
bad.
stopped right before what's her name came in.
Supergirl.
No, his daughter.
Oh, Nora.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nora. The season right before Nora, I'd have
Yeah.
been fine with it, almost ending right there and just wrap it up, be done with it. Because I didn't like the season with her in there. God, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No.
anyway, you get those guys casted, you're probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not gonna do that with Supergirl.
No.
Because they've already casted Supergirl apparently.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the girls from House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
I forget that Millie something. Millie.
Millie.
Al.
Starts with R. Okay.
Millie or Alcock or something.
Alcock. There you go. That's what it is. Millie Alcock.
Yeah.
Which congratulations.
Yeah.
Obviously it's gonna be a big, probably a big movie. And obviously you could look at that as like the girl who played Supergirl in the Flash movie. Probably not coming back.
Probably not.
But
Either that or
her
she's gonna be like a other multiverse.
But Supergirl's going to be like 2 years, right? Year and a half.
Comes out in 2026 apparently.
Okay.
So they'll probably start shooting it next year.
Yeah.
Because the Superman's coming out, I think July of next year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, the whole point of this was we are very excited.
Yeah.
For DC.
Yes.
And here's the thing. This is just like the Superman stuff. We haven't even talked about the Peacemaker season 2, which season 1 was great.
They did show Crypto. Right?
Yes, Crypto. That's a big thing.
That was a cool picture.
I
think.
Yeah, Crypto the Super Dog.
The Super Dog.
Yeah. Vic, I'm sure you saw this show, the old show, Crypto.
Yeah.
You know, it was a really good show. I remember that show very fondly. You know, I think it was on Cartoon Network. But that's not the only DC news that we got. There was something that happened last week. We didn't talk about it because we were too busy with other stuff. We were too busy lolling on Joker. But they did announce the actors for the Green Arrows. 3 different Green Arrows.
Green Lanterns.
Green Lanterns.
Wow.
My bad.
Wow.
So many greens.
Green.
My bad.
3 green.
Yeah, 3. All 3 of the big Green Lanterns. So your Hal Jordans, your John Stewarts, your
Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
All 3 of them have been casted. I'm gonna be honest. I only know one of them, and that's the guy I think who's playing Guy Gardner.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Fillion.
Kyle Chandler.
And the only reason I know Nathan Fillion is because he's on The Rookie.
The Rookie.
Yeah.
And he was also in this really cool like little short film as Nathan Drake for like an Uncharted thing.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And I remember seeing
When I originally thought he was going to be Nathan. That was like,
because when he's in the outfit, I'm like, dude, he does look like Nathan Drake.
He
actually looks like Nathan Drake.
Looks like him.
he was also in Castle for many seasons, and then of course everyone would probably remember him most in Firefly. That was one of the first roles.
Oh, he was in
He was
that.
in the role, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
Wonderful show.
Yeah. So congratulations, Nathan Fillion, for that.
Aaron Pierce too. He's going to play John Stewart.
Another great cast.
But yeah, that's should be. I don't know. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. Hopefully, I mean they haven't shown anything from it yet, but
I mean, to be fair,
I mean,
it just has to be better than Ryan's.
very true.
What? Didn't they have like a little like trailer looking thing?
No, I think they just had.
No,
they just had the.
Or was it just like Photoshop stuff?
Probably just
Yeah,
Photoshop.
it's just Photoshop.
I don't think
No,
they.
before that, like when you put up in Google.
Yeah, but I think that's just like a fan made thing. I don't think it's like a. Yeah, it's a fan made thing.
Oh
Yeah, 100% fan made.
I
Some of
was
these
like-
things
I
have
was
gotten
like-
really good. You know,
Yeah,
you got to
some
be
people
careful.
are-
There was going to be a couple of trailers I was going to bring up to y'all. Be like, hey, Ruben, check this out. I just saw this new trailer drop, and then I had to go wait. I was like, you know what? I'm at work. Let me see. So, oops. No, it was made by Screen Junkies. Get out of here, stupid. You know, like some of this AI stuff has gotten really good.
Well, it looks like it because it's far away, so I can't
Yeah, I
read
got
what
you.
it says.
Teaser trailer. It
It has a WB logo on it.
It
That
does.
doesn't have that. That
I was
doesn't
gonna say,
seem
big,
legal.
just because you put the WB
That
logo.
doesn't seem legal.
I mean, yeah, it's probably not legal, but they're gonna do it
No,
anyway.
see, it's made by Screen Culture. Definitely, yeah.
But yeah,
Anyways.
you know, so obviously, I think it's gonna be. I believe it's a movie. Could be a show.
I think it's gonna.
Is it a show?
It's called Lantern.
I think it was gonna be a show.
It could be a show. I could just be misremembering. Again, we looked at this up like last week. Obviously, I'm
TV series.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
TV
gonna be a
okay,
TV
great.
series. Yeah.
Honestly,
Awesome.
yeah, that's probably the right move.
Great.
Especially when you're having like because those are like the 3 big
Yeah.
Green Lanterns. I think
Yeah.
you want more time to like develop them as characters, and I think doing that in the show is really good. And that's why I'll give the MCU shows credit. Having some of them be shows is just inherently better. Like I remember when Moon Knight came out, I was like, "This is great. If this was a movie, this would blow."
Yeah.
I think Moon Knight as a show
You wouldn't be
doesn't-
able to finish it out. You wouldn't be able to tell the same story.
Yeah, Moon Knight as a show, it would have been rushed.
Yeah.
So I think the Green Lanterns being a TV show, or just Lanterns as it's going to be called,
Yeah.
smart move.
Opens it up for like maybe one guy a season, or maybe jumping back and forth between.
Yeah,
you know.
it's interesting to see what they're going to do because like I don't think, and I could be wrong. I'm not super well versed in DC. Is there a period where it's like all 3 of them? Because I thought it was. Oh,
Yeah.
is there? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those things where it's like it goes from
Passed
Hal
on.
Jordan and then goes to John Stewart.
Well,
It does do that, but
the way it works is the Green Lantern Corps kind of give like their own sectors to specific lanterns, and they kind of police the area. So sometimes there'll only be one Green Lantern on Earth at a time,
Okay.
just because they're only allowed to have one at a time. But if like there's emergencies, then they'll be like, hey, we gotta literally call.
Yeah, like I said,
Help.
I'm not super well versed in that because Ryan Reynolds is Hal Jordan, right? That was his.
yes,
That was the one he did.
Yeah.
Again, really bad movie.
Yeah.
Not,
Hey, that's not an opinion. Ryan Reynolds also.
yeah,
agrees
Ryan
with
Reynolds
it.
also doesn't like it. So
also agrees.
So
with the
it's
sentiment.
okay for you to say it's a bad movie if Ryan Reynolds says it's.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There goes John trying to plug in the charger.
Yeah, John's little laptop is about to die.
You tell me shush, but they can see your arm.
I mean, to be fair, I think we're pretty much done with this episode. We pretty much got through all of the things, and now John's arm's in the way. And there it
we
goes.
go. Hey, maybe they're just connected.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll just end the episode now. I mean, to be fair, like I said, we pretty much talked about
We
everything.
pretty
that
much
we're
talked
gonna
about
do.
everything we wanted
Anyway,
to talk about.
it's time for the pack opening.
Boom, boom,
You
boom.
know what time it is. It's that time of the weekday. We have our... Okay, well... No, I got it. Anyway, we're going to cut right now. Wait, you didn't see my arm. Now. And we're back. Wasn't that cut so great, guys? We did really good on that.
Yep.
Hopefully it's really good. I don't know. Anyway, pack time. As usual, we got our 3 packs. We're going to roll the Fiesta Mushroom Dice. Shout out to Simple... The guys I shouted out last time. Simpleful Craft, I think is their name. Anyway. I got a 6, so
Oh, okay.
you guys better beat that.
I got
3 from Vic. And a 3. So you guys need to roll again.
Nice.
So clearly I'm going first.
Yep.
That's a 6.
Oh,
So it looks like Vic's going second. And John's going last. So
Those
I will
some
pick...
loaded dice.
It's not a loaded dice. Vic. I'm going to pick this Ursa Luna pack.
Those dice are very loaded.
Who are these people?
John's just that. So that's Dragapult. And that is... I actually don't remember.
see who-
It's give me a second. I'll look up its Pokedex.
Which one looks cool to you?
Don't matter. I like most Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, guys. I haven't played the
Kinda cool.
DLC for the new Pokemon game, so I don't remember.
I'll take
that.
this one.
Nice.
That one looks funny.
Which one's that? That's that. That is
Can you take the
Sinistra. Sinistra. It's supposed to be like matcha, but like
Sinistria?
Sinistra.
That's hilarious.
It's
Gotcha.
supposed to be like matcha, I think. Anyway, that's not the point.
Gotcha like matcha. Okay.
As you guys know, we just count the hits. So right now it is currently 3, 3, and 3. Let's see who goes in the lead. It's probably not gonna be me, because
Hey, never say never.
never say never. Anyway, since I won, I will go first. And just like last week, we will be handing out the code cards at the end of the video. It's probably gonna be somewhere right here. Right here. I don't know where my finger is, but we'll put them right there. Those will be the codes. You can get them. You can redeem them. Do as you like, or don't do anything. That's also cool. Anyway, I will go first. We got Hawlucha, Tangrowth, Venipede, Chansey, Community Center, Iron Bundle, Probopass, Ducklet, Baroom, and I got a Blissey EX. Cool, I am at 4.
Very nice.
So I am currently
That's a
in
nice card too.
But the Placide is very nice. Anyway, I'm in the lead currently. So.
Okay.
You start from the front.
Right.
Yeah, from the front.
I got
And then
Crawdaunt, Farfetched, Torkoal, Kadabra, Glalie, Kilowattrel.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't believe I said that right. Brute Bonnet, Spinarak, Girafarig, Arcanine.
All right, so Vic still at 3. So
Nice.
I'm still in the lead. Let's see what John gets.
See if we can get up there with Ruben. Okay, so we got an Applin. We have a Snorunt. I don't have my glasses. Lairon.
Yeah, Lairon.
Chimchar. Darmanitan.
Yeah, Darmanitan.
Darmanitan. Leafeon. Swanna. Venipede. Aron.
Yeah.
Aron. And a Greninja EX.
Wait,
Ooh,
really?
this is
Wait. John, let me see that.
This is a art.
Let me see that.
This is a nice.
Oh,
I
John,
just
I thought
messed with
you
Ruben.
pulled like the
Yeah,
$200
I know. I saw that one. See that? I was like, no, but anyways,
Hey, a hit's a hit.
This is a nice card.
Yeah, he's got the Greninja
yeah.
full art.
Yeah, full art.
Yeah, I thought you pulled like the $200 one. I was like, no, you didn't.
That's funny.
I'm in last.
All right, well, it is now 4, 3, and 4. But there's always a chance to catch up next week, Vic.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, that's the end of our podcast for this week. We thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys for watching this because, again, time is precious. Time is precious, and you do not have to. So, anyway, that's been it. I guess we will just be signing off now. Bye.
Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Peace.